Hi, this is a long-term review of the GS 1200 Adventure from a short rider point of view. Let me kill off the engine. It's been a while since I made a video on this bike, and I've been using it for the last almost 1.5 years. And I've been using this bike for commuting and also to go abroad like Thailand and places in Malaysia with my friends, riding overnight or sometimes just a day tripper. Right, it's a good bike. As you can see, I'm a short rider on a very tall bike. This is a standard GS Adventure. There's a few questions on it, and I just want to answer those questions in my YouTube video so that the other riders that thinking of buying this bike will make their decision whether or not to buy it or not. This GS Adventure is a 2016 model. I bought it in May 2016, and so far I've clocked about 23,000 kilometers. I've done a major service, and I've sent in this bike for the worldwide recall a few days back, and BMW will replace some parts. They are ordering the parts because they currently have shortage of those parts. That's one reason to buy expensive motorcycle like this from an authorized dealer, not from a grey import, because you will have problem when it comes to recall and warranty. Okay, there's a lot of tons of review has been done on this bike on the internet, so my review this time is on a short rider perspective. I'm 5 feet 4 inches, 162 centimeters, and a lot of reviewer that's riding this bike is 6-footer. So to me, a lot of short rider out there want to buy this kind of bike, go for an adventure, and they feel a bit intimidated with the size of this bike. It's very tall, and they are afraid to purchase this bike because it's very expensive. And once, as you well know, that once you purchase a bike, it's not easy to reverse that decision. And so far I have not any problem. I've been riding this bike almost daily for commuting to work in heavy traffic. I'm sure you've seen some of my videos that I'm doing some traffic lane splitting, going to heavy traffics with this bike with full pannier. Both the left and right pannier, I'll leave it on the bike so that I need to get myself accustomed or able to ride the bike with the panniers, and because I feel that is very important. And the bike is heavy, no doubt about that, and if it's stationary, it's very heavy. But if you're on the go, due to it is very balanced bike, you don't feel the weight. You can easily control it. And as I recommended in my few videos, that do practice slow speed maneuvers. That is the most important thing on this kind of bike, the slow speed maneuvers, and practice throttle control. You have to make sure you can control throttle, the clutch, to ensure that you can have a very slow speed maneuvers without having to put your foot down, because this is very important. When it comes to pillion rider, I have to be careful when the pillion is embarking and disembarking, and normally I will put the side stand down to ensure that if then off balance by the pillion, I can somehow have the side stand to help me out. On traffic light stop with pylons, no problem, because the bike will go slightly lower, then my foot will reach the ground easier. Riding this adventure bike, you need a good pair of boots. Being a short rider, especially so, you need a firm footing whenever you put your foot down. Especially if there's a slight slope or incline towards one side, there will be slight difficulties for me. But so far I managed, because I planned before I stop. So far there is no issues on the bike except for the recall, as everybody knows, worldwide recall. And the only modification I did to this bike is that I put the radiator guard. I'm not a fan of modifying bikes, putting in aftermarket exhaust, because I feel that the manufacturer have made a very good bike. The stock exhaust is good and all the equipment works very well. I do not put any riser bar because I'm not that tall, and the windscreen is sufficient for me. I do not put any aftermarket windscreen. The only thing that I put apart from the radiator guard is a GPS holder, sorry, the handphone holder, the spider mount. This to make sure that I can mount my handphone to use navigation, Waze navigation. That's the only modification I did to the bike. The spider mount for handphone. Clock about 23,000 kilometers. I've done one major service at 20,000. Replaced the tires to Battlex A40. I serviced this bike at Auto Bavaria, Glenmarie in Shah Alam, and that's where I bought this bike from. So far they are doing a very good job. Their price is, as usual, with like all BMW dealer, they are a bit expensive, but they give me a peace of mind because I need to cover warranty, I need to cover recall. Suspension of this bike is fantastic. Normally I will set it to normal, and the riding mode is dynamic, and I forgot, I just leave it at that. Occasionally if I'm riding in the rain, I will put it to rain mode and just leave the suspension to normal. So for the last almost 1.5 years, this bike performed flawlessly. Take me to wherever places that I need to go within my riding ability, and yeah, I've been very happy with this. Okay, that's my short honest review after almost 1.5 years using this bike as a short rider. Thanks for watching.